Number 8, the Peatbog Faeries. Now, I want to take responsibility for this band because I feel like in a certain way I've been breaking this band in America. They are one of the great bands of the world. They're from Scotland, from the Isle of Skye, as far as I remember. And I don't know what they're smoking up there, but they've got some great grooves. Listen to the bass on the bottom of this. And on the bottom of all their recordings, the bass is one of the deepest I've ever come across. They put these tremendous grooves underneath bagpipe music. Can you believe that? With lots of synthesizers going along. And this was the first track I played on Celtic Crush. It's Wacko King Hako, or Wacko King Hako. I've never heard anyone else say it, so I don't really know how to say it. It's about a Norwegian king who invaded the Isle of Skye, as far as I remember. So these guys, they get their inspirations from, I don't know what they're getting their inspirations from, but I like some of it. Anyway, it is a great track, and it's from their album Welcome to Dune Vegas. There's a humor, and that's one of the things you're going to find on this album in general. There's a humor to Celtic rock, and a way that we don't take ourselves just totally seriously. We take the music seriously, but we don't take ourselves that seriously. And that's one thing you're going to find with all the bands that I'm introducing you to here. What can I say about the Blaggards? They are the kings of H-Town. H-Town is Houston. How did an Irish band end up in Houston? These guys are kind of a bit more from the Black Sabbath type of feel. But they take their really loud, intense guitars and intense beats and reinterpret music with it. Now, I would never have thought that I would have gone with the Irish Rover. I mean, I used to sing that song myself when I came out to the country just to get by in tough bars when it really needed kind of a Kamalia song. But there's a drive and a power to this track that just really attracted me. Patrick Devlin, I've never met, but we've corresponded a lot. We did actually meet, but I can barely remember it. It was one hungover morning in a hotel in Dublin. We were both heading back to the States, I think it was, and we spoke for about 5 minutes. He's a sound man. He's from Dublin, and you can get that feel. You get that Dublin feel mixed with Houston in here. And man, that is one good mixture. Number 10 is Garrahan's Ghost. I have no idea where I got their CD from. It's an EP as far as I remember it. It's called Songs from the Spider Box is the name of their EP or their CD. And I played this, and when that track came on, Sullivan's Lake, the one you're going to hear, it blew me away because it had a mixture of surf music and the Doors, I thought. And yet it's very Irish and very Celtic. Finbar is the lead man in the band, and he's a really nice guy, too. Everyone connected with this album, apart from me, is a nice guy. So you can take that from me. It's kind of a thing. There's a Pennsylvania rock that's out there at the moment. You can get the same feel a bit from from Kiff's band. What's the name of Kiff's band? I'm lost here for a minute. Barley Juice. Jesus Christ. I'm starting to fade here. This is a long rap. Anyway, Sullivan's Lake has just got a great beat to it. You hear that, the drums at the start of it, it's just powerful. And it just comes in with that. I don't think it's a synthesizer. It's more like an accordion. But it sounds a little bit like the Doors to me, and that's cool by me. Number 11, oh no, not this group. Shilelagh, New York's thirstiest band. Well, I can vouch for that. Do not go out drinking with these guys. That's the one thing I'll say to you. And if you do go out, don't take your green suede shoes with you because you may not come back with them. These guys actually stole my green suede shoes. I couldn't believe it. I was up in the Black Blackthorn up in East Durham. And I came back to my place one time and my shoes, I couldn't find them anywhere. And I'm searching high and low for my green suede shoes. I only have one other kind of bad pair. So we play up there, both bands play up there on Labor Day or on Memorial Day and Labor Day. And I'm lamenting my good green suede shoes are gone from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And I come back and I'm staying in the same room and there are my shoes under the bed. I'm thinking, have I totally lost it? Then I found out later that these guys had stolen my green suede shoes. And I won't tell you what they did to them. Anyway, they got them back. They're all cleaned and everything. Everything is fine with them. But Rich, Ter, Steve, Denny, and Kevin are great buddies of mine. And they are a great band. They're the salt of the earth. They're one of the greatest Irish bands ever to come out of New York City. And I love them dearly. And it's great to have a song about McLean Avenue, because just like Black 47 wrote about rocking the Bronx when, 204th Street and Bainbridge Avenue is gone, these guys have nailed the New Bronx, which is, in lots of ways, it is McLean Avenue. The music moved on up into Yonkers. And these guys, they're the kings of Yonkers. Just do not go drinking with them. I'm almost there. I'm nearly there. Number 12, Hothouse Flowers. Oh, man, I love Hothouse Flowers. I love Liam Wayne Lee, Fiachna, and Peter O'Toole, Dave Clark, and whoever else has been in the band. They're one of the great Irish bands. They were supposed to be the next U2, but actually, Liam Wayne Lee is just too good to be a U2. And I love U2. I think they're a great band, but there's something about Liam Wayne Lee as a lead singer. I used to say that he was a mix between Jim Morrison and what's the name of the guy who's the elf in The Hobbit? Legolas. Man, my memory's not gone. A mixture between Jim Morrison and Legolas. That I think sums up Liam Wayne Lee. Listen to this track. It's live at First Avenue in Minneapolis, and there's a feel from it. It's live. It's live music, and yet it's as good as anything you'll hear that's recorded in a studio. Shilelagh means she's the rich widow, and you can kind of get the feeling of what Liam Wayne Lee is thinking of doing with this rich widow if he gets her home. Listen to the words in Irish. You don't have to know Irish, but it's pretty obvious. So that's Celtic Invasion for you. I hope you enjoy it. It was a lot of fun putting it together, and it's a new experiment. It's like, let's try this. Let's see if it works. How we'll break through this whole business of music that's gotten worse and worse for musicians. If nothing else, each band's fan base is going to discover a lot of other great bands, and that will be wonderful all around. So if you bought this album, thank you so much. And if you haven't bought it, what the hell are you waiting for? Help live music survive. Take care of yourselves, all right? All the best now. I made it!